Just 3 years ago, Vladimir Putin was that awkward guest at global summits. Tolerated, but not celebrated. Well, now he's arriving in China with a red carpet, military honors, and the kind of treatment reserved for global power brokers. So, what changed? How did Putin go from being a near pariah in 2022 to being showcased today alongside China's Xi Jinping, India's Narendra Modi, and even North Korea's Kim Jong-un? Well, let's break that down, shall we? This shift and why Trump's Alaska summit was actually the turning point. So let's rewind to 2022 at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Samarkand. Putin showed up expecting solidarity, right? Instead, he got lectures. India's Prime Minister Modi told him directly, "This is not an era of war." Xi Jinping, while still maintaining ties, openly expressed concerns about Ukraine. You remember that. Putin wasn't treated like a conqueror. He was treated like just another struggling post-Soviet leader, dragging his country into a very unpopular war. The body language told the story. Stiff handshakes, no warmth, and obviously no special status. Well, fast forward to August 2025. Donald Trump invited Putin to Alaska for a bilateral summit. The first time Putin set foot in the West since invading Ukraine. And the optics, they couldn't have been better for Putin himself. Trump treated him literally like royalty. Red carpet, honor guards, full ceremonial way, Suddenly Putin wasn't a global outcast anymore. He was back at the table with the big boys, legitimized by the President of the United States. That single moment, it gave Putin the credibility he had lacked for years. And China, India, and others, they took notice, Now we're here. August 2025. Putin lands in Beijing, China, for the largest SCO summit in history. Instead of side glances and cold remarks, he's welcomed with open arms. Xi Jinping calls Russia's partnership strategically vital. Modi makes his first visit to China in 7 years, signaling that India wants in on the action. Erdogan from Turkey, leaders from Iran and Kazakhstan, everyone's here. And what's the highlight? Beijing's massive Victory Day military parade, where Putin is seated right beside Xi Jinping. On the other side, North Korea's Kim Jong-un. The imagery is unmistakable. A new axis of power openly countering the West. Xi Jinping is the choreographer here, showing the world that China, not Washington, is now hosting the center of gravity. Narendra Modi brings legitimacy. India isn't a pariah, it's a rising power, and its presence means this isn't just an authoritarian club, right? And then, well, Kim Jong-un, who for the first time is being showcased alongside major leaders. So he's no longer isolated. He's positioned as part of a broader anti-Western bloc. For Russia, this is a huge diplomatic win. Moscow is no longer alone. And the Russia-North Korea relationship, well, it's gone from symbolic to serious. Pyongyang has been supplying artillery and ammunition for years now. In 2024, they signed a mutual defense treaty. And now it's confirmed. North Korea has sent thousands of troops, thousands of people to fight alongside Russian forces in Ukraine. It's confirmed. There are videos. For Putin, this isn't just about soldiers. It's about optics. Russia is no longer begging for help, for support. It's building alliances. But the real heavyweight here is China. Xi and Putin now describe their relationship as not allies, but better than allies. Trade between the two is at record highs. China is Russia's lifeline against West and against Western sanctions. And the SCO summit isn't just talk. They're floating the idea of a new development, a new bank, alternative financial system, and energy deals that cut the West out entirely. Putin himself is calling Western sanctions financial neocolonialism, and the room applauds. That tells you exactly where the momentum is heading. So, here's the bottom line. In 2022, Putin was considered a pariah. By 2025, thanks in part to Trump legitimizing action in Alaska, he is walking into China not as a shunned dictator, but as a partner in a growing global bloc. So, but what do you think?